I'll start right here in Calgary. I was taking a hairdressing course. And how I happened to meet my husband was because my best friend in Jacobson's hairdressing school asked me to come out on a date. And that was after she had finished her hairdressing course and she was working up north, and she came down to Calgary to visit her mother and her mother. And I went out on that date. They picked me up, and lo and behold, Joan, my friend, and her husband had brought Steve, who was my husband. They had brought him along with them. And we went out to dinner, and on it goes from there. It's a long story, but 6 months after that first date was our wedding date. Well, I hate to tell you this, but he actually proposed to me that very first time we went out. Well, we just went by car and we traveled down to Vancouver and across to Washington, and then came back through the United States and back home. He just was my best friend, and we could talk. Not that I can remember, but I'll tell you one thing. We both loved dancing, and we went to a lot of dances, and he was a super good dancer. And one thing I can remember him saying is, even if there was nobody on the floor when the song started playing, he was right there. And I felt self-conscious because nobody else was on the dance floor yet. And he says, "Come on, do you think everybody is looking at us? Let's go." Getting closer to the end of our whole life, when he had cancer, and I was, I had him at home with me, and I wanted him to stay home, and he wanted to stay home until he died. And just that very closeness that I felt, being able to sort of nurse him along while he was no longer sort of the strong person. I sense him so close to me. Love you, sweetheart. I love you so much.